This is Charlie Mike, the podcast. Veterans helping veterans, talking about things happening in the veteran community, things we've experienced and overcome, such as addictions, PTSD, depression, legal trouble. And we also promote veteran-owned businesses. If you're talking about it, we're talking about it. This is Charlie Mike, the podcast.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Charlie Mike, the podcast.
Yeah, got it right.
As always, I'm your host, Raul, and our co-host, William.
Hello, everybody. Good evening.
What's going on? How's it? How you doing, man? How's everything going?
Man, I'm blessed to be here, as always.
First and foremost, happy belated birthday.
Oh, my brother, I appreciate that. Yes, it is my birthday.
You finally hit 50, huh?
my hair will say different. But I am 37.
37.
Officially. I turned 37 on Tuesday.
You're still a baby.
Yeah, man. Truthfully. And it's funny because, you know, when you're a child and you're a teen, you're like, man, 37 is old, bro.
I'm telling you.
Like, sheesh, I feel really good.
Like, one of my biggest things, man, when I started working out, I always told myself, I don't know why this was a thing in my head, but I said, when I turn 40, I want to have a six pack. And not a six pack of alcohol, not a six pack of cola, like a freaking six pack, man.
How close are you to that?
Man, I'm defining. Well, no, there's definition. It's still some ways in the making, but I have until July, so I'll be all right.
All right.
Yeah, hopefully. But after that, I want to get fat.
Right away. No time wasted.
No questions asked. Just bam. One extreme to another.
Yeah. How was your week, my man?
Man, it was good, man. I just did a lot of relaxing. I needed to get away for a couple of days, man, so I did that.
Yeah, bro. You go incognito for a while, just like poof.
Yeah, I kind of zoomed out, and but I did myself justice. You know what I mean? Coming back, refreshing.
Yeah,
had to refresh and disconnect and refresh. That's what it was. Man. So yeah, man. What'd you do? Did you do anything special for your birthday?
I did. My dad bought myself and my wife Astros tickets.
Yeah.
So we went to the game on Tuesday night.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's why we lost.
Yeah, that's exactly why we lost.
Yeah. And
exactly.
Did you go yesterday?
No, man. I didn't get to go yesterday. I don't think anybody wanted to go yesterday.
Yeah, not after the first inning. That's
yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Well, you know what's interesting about that is they said the last 3 seasons the Astros started 6-6. So, you know, there's
okay.
You know what I mean? The consistency, 6-6. Hey, you know what? It's early. It's early in the season. You know, my favorite player is Altuve. I've got a picture of him from like 2013, the first year he bought that.
I saw your wife posted the picture.
Yeah, man. It was cool. He came down in San Antonio and I was in my ACUs, clean face. I was like, man, I look freaking baby, bro.
Don't even look like you.
I can't even recognize that guy in the photo.
It don't even look like
Not at all.
Yeah.
And so he was my favorite player, and he is my favorite player on the team now. And you know, he wasn't playing that day.
Yeah.
Like, God dang, man.
Yeah. That's man, but they said he's out for 10 days, so hopefully he'll be back real quick.
Yeah. We're gonna have to make a day out of it, man. We're gonna have to go sometime.
Man, you say when.
All right. We're gonna do it daytime too, this way you can get home early.
But I don't sit in the nosebleed section, baby. So we're gonna have to spend some dollars.
All right. Wait till the first then, at least. We'll wait till the first.
Chris said you're only 37.
Yeah, bro. I mean, don't let the gray hairs fool you, all right? That is divorce and deployment. That'll do it to you.
Yeah.
Divorce and deployment is gray the hair quickly.
Man, but you ain't gonna show off the hair?
Yeah, man.
Show it off, man. Let me see. Look at them braids.
Yeah. Dude, it's an interesting thing. I've never really had braids before. Not like this. And it's been I don't know, you know, kind of getting comfortable with
That's
it.
what's up.
Feels good, you know.
You've been wearing your hat?
Yeah, of course, man. I had to bring a new hat today because you called it out last time.
Chris said, what the fuck?
Yeah, brother. Yeah, I got faded up for the birthday. My wife treated me, so it was nice. Thanks, babe. Appreciate that. She's out working right now, though.
She got an event?
Yeah. My wife does shaved ice, and she's out doing. Alvin's got all her schools together. She's for like a field day or something.
Good. That's what's up.
For real,
that's good,
it's
man.
real
Yeah. And towards the end of the year, y'all get busy.
You know, during the summer is the busiest time.
Man, I know
the end of the school year, she's been getting more requests, so that's cool.
That's good, man. So we talked about today's guest. A lot of you may know him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
today's guest is an interesting thing. I had brought it up a couple of months ago. I was like, I'm huge on sharing your own story. As you guys may have known, I was on in February before I was asked to co-host, and there's so much power in our stories. And got me thinking, have I heard all of Raul's story? No, Chris, not yet. No. And so I was like, let's dig into it. I want to find out more about the man behind the mic. The man behind Charlie Mike.
Yeah, man. I'll tell you what, man. It's been a roller coaster ride. It really has. It's everything I've got to experience since I began my sobriety is night and day, man. My life has changed completely. I feel like I'm actually happy and I'm experiencing.
Yeah.
I'm living life, man.
Yeah.
I'm living life, and I don't worry about nothing. We were talking off mic. One of my mottos of life now that I live by, and it sounds cheesy, but it's the truth. It's Hakuna Matata,
man. All right, man. But I'm gonna be Timon. You can be Pumbaa.
Oh yeah. Well, wait till after the 4th of July. Yeah, after the 4th of July, we gotta do.
Yeah, man, that'd be funny. No, that's great. You sharing that because you don't know Hakuna Matata means no worries, and it's funny because to me, I love The Lion King growing up.
Yeah,
and it's just to see it now as an adult, Hakuna Matata. You're like, yeah,
yeah, that's no worries, been it, bro. Man. That's been it. I've been living it. I've got to experience a lot, man. I'm doing speaking engagements now.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah. People actually want to hear my story and what I've experienced, and it's some things I don't fluff it, and I don't BS my life. I don't try to be anyone I'm not. I'm not trying to pretend like I've had the toughest deployments that there ever was. I'm not trying to, I'm just being me. I experienced my struggles and overcome, hopefully continue to overcome them. It's day by day, but we'll see what happens.
We're just getting started, my man.
Yeah, man. I'm excited about this. I definitely am.
Yeah, it's good, man. I'm happy to hear that. It's you influence those without having to be the loudest voice, without having to be a peacock, as I like to say.
Yeah.
You don't have to be the peacock in the room, the guy that gets all the attention. You're more of a guy that's behind. That's like, I want them to get the credit. I didn't have the toughest things, and it relates to me too. I feel very passionate about your same passions, just sharing it. I'm a different personality type, which is why we gel.
I think so, man. I'm like I said, I don't like to be in the camera a lot. I mean, sometimes it's necessary.
Yeah.
But a lot of times I'd rather be the guy in the back of the room, like you said. And I don't like to have all the attention. But people laugh, man, because they say like, "Oh, you got a podcast, you speak and you talk in front of everyone." Yeah. I was like, "It's not the same, though. It's not the same. I'm not looking at people, looking at me." Even doing speaking engagements, I've gotten to get a little bit more comfortable in it. And like I say, man, it's when I speak, I don't speak and I don't get nervous because of the the political figures or anything of that in the room. It's because of the veterans, and I want them to be able to get something from my story.
Yeah.
And that's what it's all about to me, man. I think back to that night, when I was intoxicated, man. I was highly intoxicated, and I was laying on my living room floor, man. And I had decided, man, I was going to finish this bottle of alcohol and I was going to end it. And that's what I continued to think back. I remember that I drank and drank, and I said, as soon as I finish this, I'm done. I'm tired. I'm physically, mentally, emotionally tired. And, luckily I passed out and I woke up to, Soldier Hard song, Jeff's song, Soldier Hard, Charlie Mike. And it was a song that I kept listening to on repeat and repeat and repeat, man. And it struck a chord with me, and it told me, like, I wanna make sure no veteran ever felt as lonely and afraid as I did that night. And if I can try and make a difference and at least change one veteran's life, to let him know, hey man, there's people here, and my mission is success. And I completed that
Yeah.
mission.
What,
Now my mission is to keep going now.
How long ago was that?
Man, it's in 2018.
Damn.
Yeah,
That's not too far
2018.
removed, man.
Yeah, nah, bro, not at all. And it's something that I take to heart, man. I take to heart because we got this. We're gonna answer this call real quick, man. We're gonna go back to what we're talking about. Hello, Chris.
So we're just kind of digging into Raul's story a little bit, and he was telling us about Charlie Mike, how it all started.
Yeah,
for 2018,
man,
big turning point.
So that's how it became. It became something. I woke up and I brainstormed for a few days, and I told myself, I was like, hey, I want to make that change in someone's life. And I brainstormed on a name, and nothing stood out to me besides Charlie Mike.
Yeah.
And you know how we say in the military, Charlie Mike, you continue the mission regardless of the situation. Continue the mission. Charlie Mike, you continue. And that's what I wanted to do, and that's what I've been doing since, man. And the whole thing behind Charlie Mike was to bring awareness and to try to give back as much as I can, with the apparel side of the company. And that's what I've been doing. I've been picking different organizations and different veteran, I guess, different, like, okay, there's sometimes I try not to, but sometimes I do donate to GoFundMe's.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on what the story is, I do my research, but it has to be veteran related. And
Right.
and that's where it is. And most of the donation that we do is to bring
Sorry.
is to bring awareness. Oh, I know that's not it.
I can't help it, bro.
Yeah, it's to bring awareness to veteran suicide and the prevention of veteran suicide. So those are the only things that we seek to bring to give our donations to. But occasionally I make a
judgment call,
Yeah.
I mean, and that's what's great about being on this side or in your seat is you have the ability to highlight who you feel is worthy. And it's not saying that you're the end all be all. There's a lot of great causes out there, but you got to do your due diligence. You got to come with it.
You do, man. And like there's times where I'll donate to GoFundMe, and then if I see the same person doing a GoFundMe a couple months from now, it's probably not going to be the same. It's not going to seek the same attention as it did. Let's see if we can make this work. Hey, Chris.
Yep, nothing.
Nah. Hey, Chris, it's not picking up, man. We'll have to call you back. Go, man.
Yeah, I mean, I seen a lot of nonprofits that way too. Of course, I can speak from it a little bit, and it's true. You get a certain a group of folks, and it's bad in the veteran community too, where you can kind of just go to place, getting everything you can from that person because you almost feel, I don't know, you don't have a different plan. You keep asking all these non-veteran nonprofits, and you don't realize that, hey man, we talk to each other.
Yeah.
And it's like if your name keeps coming up for the same things, I'm trying to. I want to help you, and I really could be coming from a good place, but you gotta help yourself. You have to. The help's going to go to somebody who's going to put in the effort themselves.
Right. And see, you say that the veteran nonprofits speak to themselves, and the same thing in the veteran community, in the business world. We talk, man. so when we know, like, hey, has so and so reached out to you? Say, oh yeah. So it's a lot of communication that we do amongst each other in the veteran business side as well, man. It's especially when we're trying to give back, and we want the give back to have the biggest impact.
Yeah, you want your dollars to stretch.
Yeah, and I wish there was a way that I could donate to everybody, but of course, that's not the case. And at times I do get people who get mad, and I get angry emails about certain things. And it's like, hey, you didn't donate, you didn't do this, you didn't do that. And I'm like, okay, but understand that I'm not driving a Rolls Royce. You know what I mean? I'm not living in a big old house. I have to live too. I can't, just different things.
Yeah,
man.
It's two sides of the coin, man.
Yeah.
Like I want to be able to give back, but we've said it before. I don't know if I said it on here or not, but you can't pour from an empty cup.
Yeah.
You cannot pour from an empty cup. I have to leave something for me to recharge. Like you said, sometimes you need a break, sometimes you need to get away. But we're all striving to do a little bit better. And I'm going to make sure I'm giving mine, tithing or donating wherever it may be. And we do that, but you can't expect me to give more than I'm actually making.
Yeah. My first few years, man. Well, my first year, I wanted to give everything. I wanted to give away everything. And people were like, bro, how, I finally talked to a couple of smart businessmen, and they told me, like, hey, you got to live too, homie.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not like, you're right. I'm doing what's best. I'm being a good steward of what's being given to me. It's not like I'm not working for it.
Yeah, yeah. The hustle's hard, man.
Yeah.
It really is. Being a business owner, and then doing we do podcasts, and these podcast things aren't easy to come in to do.
Yeah.
We have to edit, we have to do different things, and it's money out of pocket too, because a lot of these things aren't free. Chris, it's not working, bro. We're trying to link up, but it's not clicking. We're gonna have to just
wing it.
Yeah.
That's what we do when it's live. We just wing it.
That's Chris. We keep trying to bring on the show. Chris is with Patriot Knife Co. Patriot Knife Coffee Co. It's Chris McLean, aka Tree, and his amazing sidekick Bailey, who we like a lot more. Is that okay to say?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
It's too late now. You can't go back.
Yeah. Yes. So his company is veteran owned. He's a veteran owned, and he's a first responder. He was in his life.
His prime. Yeah.
Yeah. He's an amazing man doing amazing things for communities, our first responder communities, our veteran communities. And if you don't know about him, be sure to reach out to him. It's patriotknifecoffee.com. And man, he's a good dude. Try his coffee, and he makes custom knives, man. Those.
Yeah, he won't do it for commission anymore. But he's made 411, 412. I can't remember. It's right around there, because I know he made one for Impact to Hero. And
I saw that.
And what he does is he'll donate the knife to a veteran cause, and all the money raised goes straight to that organization.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't want anything from it. And he's a very humble man.
Oh, he's
for the most part.
He's definitely, man. He's another one we need to teach. What they say, I don't know if this is the right way to say, but charity starts at la casa.
Oh yeah. Yeah, man. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's someone too that's in the same boat, that wants to give more, and the best way he can is by making coffee, selling his decals, doing his shirts. And of course he's partnering with us to make sure, that whatever funds he does give goes back straight into the community, mostly here locally too. And that's his passion. That's what he loves to do. He gets so much joy from that, you can tell.
Yeah, he does, man. And one of the things he's helping me with is excuse me. We're starting he started a new coffee blend called Moreno's Mountain, man. And it's actually something that I'm really excited about. So all the
I can see it, the cheese.
Yeah, man. All the proceeds from Moreno's Mountain Coffee is gonna go to help different veteran and first responders organizations, man.
Yeah, that's dope.
And it's made. Okay, it's a blend of it's a bourbon. We can't mention the name because of copyright, but it starts with MM. So once he fuses, all the alcohol is gone, so you just get the taste. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's Moreno's Mountain, and it's going to be available on. I think it's going to be available on Patriot Knife Coffee, and it'll also be available on Charlie Mike. militaryapparel.com. Like I said, all the proceeds with that will be going back. It'll be going back. And
man, that's cool.
I'm excited. There's more to the story, but I want to have Chris on here to share the story.
Yeah.
And
Chris is a pretty good storyteller himself.
Yeah,
in
yeah,
his own
he,
right.
he is. He really is, man. So let's go, man. What you got? Let's talk about this. I'm ready for your questions.
You ready?
Yeah, let's see what you got.
Are y'all ready out there? I don't know. Let me hear some noise. I'm gonna take that as a yes.
Yeah.
All right.
It's okay. So it's gonna be for sale on Charlie Mike Military Apparel, and that is gonna. It's actually made from Patriot Knife Coffee, Moreno's Mountain. And man,
cool,
it's all about the struggle, man. It's all about climbing the mountain
Yeah.
and not giving up. And if you don't know, my last name is Moreno. Yeah.
Dude, I thought it was Mike.
Yeah. Hey, I get my emails. Hello, Charlie. Like, hello. Yeah. So I'm excited about that, man. I really am. I'm honored that Chris had asked me, and I'm looking forward to it.
Good deal. Good deal. All right. So going back to the Charlie Mike story, you said in 2018 is when you were pretty much at your lowest, down to take it out, and
Yeah.
you do some brainstorming, and then that's when you kind of came up with Charlie Mike. So did you just start on a page, or did you just?
Let me tell you. Okay, so I may have missed a part of the story. So when I got you, Ray. I haven't forgot. So when that happened, man, I was at my lowest time, man. And a lot of things had came into play at that time. So I was at the end of my rope, man, literally, and I got in trouble with the law. I got in trouble for DWI, and I decided that I needed to quit drinking and make some changes in my life, man. So with that, and then I was in the veteran court. I went through the veteran court process, and I was lucky enough to have all of them as resources, and I got to meet some amazing people, some amazing judges, and in the Brazoria County that have been doing amazing things for veterans, man. And if it wasn't for that and everything to all happen at one time, there's no telling where I would be, man.
Yeah.
When it first started, one of the biggest things I had was I was scared to let people know I was in trouble until the city of Pearland did it for me, and they published my mugshot everywhere, man. And that was a big thing for me too, man. I took it hard because I didn't want people to see me in that light.
Right.
I guess you don't like seeing people. You don't want people to see you in your weakest and darkest. And that's where I was, man. So, a lot of things happen in one time, and I got to make some changes in my life. And with that, man, I'm extremely excited to the future and to what's next.
Yeah, man, we're coming up on 4 years now. You said 2018. So with Charlie Mike Military Apparel, the whole mission is to kind of bring more resources to veterans, or
to bring awareness to veteran suicide and the prevention of veteran suicide. That was the whole point of it, man, was to just and then to bring, to let people know that it's okay to not be okay, man. And
I do like that shirt.
That's one of my favorite shirts. I get I wanted to let people know that it's okay to ask for help. I think because one thing that we were always taught in the military, that it's that only a weak person reaches out for help.
Yeah.
When it's the exact opposite. It takes an extremely strong individual to say, hey, man, I need some help. And that it's okay to do that. And that was, man, that's one of the big things I try to push with this. If you're not okay, it's okay, man. Ask for help. It's definitely, don't ever feel like you're alone in the struggle. Don't ever feel like, you're by yourself, because you aren't. People are always here for our brothers and sisters. I'm always here for our brothers and sisters. I know numerous people, my phone is on 24 hours and it's everywhere. I might not be a counselor, but I can get you to the right people.
Right.
And I can listen at least.
Yep.
I always have that ear. And man, that was one of the biggest pushes I wanted people to know, that it's okay not to be okay, man.
Yeah, man. So when did the podcast come out then?
Man, the podcast.
I know we talked about that a little bit.
Let me see. I just hit a year on the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it came out originally, me and a couple of buddies. me, my buddy Ray, my buddy Nick, our buddy Lewis, who's passed, but it was me and Lewis and came to head, and we said, man, he kept telling me like, hey, I want to do a podcast. I want to do a podcast. And I finally told him, I was like, hey, man, do it. Shut up. And he was like, all right, we're going to do it. I was like, cool. So the 4 of us ended up doing it. We talked about military topics, and we talked more. It got more into, let me say, like political and things of that nature, man. So I tried to change it around and do something just more to the military side and not politics and not religion. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna branch it off on Charlie Mike and make Charlie Mike the podcast. And I tried to bring the other guys around. But it's just our schedules clashed a lot. After Lewis passed, man, I think we kind of went our separate ways. I still talk with Ray a lot. Ray's my dude. If you don't know Ray, you know Ray?
I don't think so.
I'm gonna have to introduce you to Ray.
All right.
Ray's my man. But we kind of went our different ways. We got, I guess, I don't know if being with each other kind of brought back different memories of when we had Lewis around. Lewis was young too, man. He wasn't even 50 and he passed away with COVID.
Damn.
He's a good dude, Army veteran, man. He was an officer. He's good people, man. Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's crazy. I think
oh yeah, he said it right there. We got off topic. He was part of the show. Yeah. We got off topic a lot. We said a lot of things that probably were politically correct. So yeah. So
yeah, we could, and that's what's that's the military style. That's the military. That's veterans. I mean, what I love about the community is we can kind of have a conversation about anything, try to respect each other's ideas and not get too fighty. Not argue too much. But at the end of the day, we all have the same passion, especially being a veteran now. I feel like a lot of veterans just want to reach out to other veterans.
That's what it is, man. There's a lot of good people out there. But and there's a lot of great organizations out there doing amazing things. And since my sobriety, man, I've gotten a chance to mingle with a lot of people in the community, the veteran community, the who's who. And it's been fun. It's been fun. Like I keep saying, like, I'm just excited for the future, man. I'm excited to see what's next. Yeah.
Well, let me ask, so what did you learn from the first podcast that you guys did?
Try to stay in topic.
Yeah.
A lot of things that we say aren't, well, even in the military podcast, even we try to stay in the military world. What I intended for Charlie Mike was to bring awareness to military organizations, or veteran organizations, and to bring awareness to veteran business owners and veteran businesses, and not to, it's a free podcast. We're not charging you to come on here, so have your spotlight. And we have our fan, fan base, our following is getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah, it's fun.
And at first when people would see me, they'd be like, "Oh, you're from Charlie Mike." Now they'd be like, "Oh, you're on the podcast." Like, yeah. So it's cool. I know that's happened to you a couple of times already.
Yeah, man, it happened. I was like, "What? Me? No, get out of here!"
Yeah,
it's the mustache, man.
That's what it is. You can't. Yeah. So to do that, and then for veterans to come on and share their stories of hope and their struggles, but at the same time to show that where they at now. If you listen to the intro is all about it, man. It says everything that I had intended to talk about, what's going on in the veteran community, to share. It's everything in there. Promote veteran businesses and veteran organizations that are doing amazing things. Of course, there's a lot of people that reach out to me, man, but I do a lot of homework and I do a lot of research on different people. And it's not just anybody I'm going to have on the show because I want to know who you are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not just gonna.
Gotta come
Oh
with
yeah,
it.
man, you sound good. You know, I'm not. It's not it.
You can't talk.
I
You gotta back it up.
research. I do a lot of research.
I believe it, man.
I
believe
man.
it.
I do. And it's like, it's the same thing. I want people to research me, but my story is an open book. I'll tell you, you Google me, you're going to find some mugshots, but you will also find some good things that I've done and that I'm continuing to do. My mugshots were in the past. I've done a lot better now.
That's right, man. I mean, I say a lot of the same things. Very, very similar. I've got a trouble past too.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? You can't hold me to that because you can see where I am today, and I'm freaking happy,
man.
So happy, and I just want that for other folks too, and that's what draws me to Charlie Mike podcast. Is it's a like-minded community. It's hearing somebody else's story that is kind of similar to mine, you know, and it's like, you know what, that guy's pretty successful. I'm gonna go learn from that guy, and that's honestly that's what drew me to you. Is like I can turn to Raul and be like, you know what, he's kind of been there, done that. Maybe a couple of years ahead of me, not just in age, but in the business and experience. And it's like, I want to learn as much from this guy that I can. And you're like, man, I don't know anything. I'm like, bro, like you come with it. You know what I mean? Like
I try, even, you know, I have different people reach out to me about how to do podcasts, how to do, you know, how I started my apparel company and things like that. And I tell them all, I teach them all the ways that to do it without my mess ups.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I say, like, do it this way, but don't do this, don't do this, do this. And because people are like, oh, so I want to share what I have. I'm not a stingy person. Like, I'm not saying, if anybody's watching that I've helped, you know who you are. I've never been like, oh, I'm keeping secrets to myself. Yeah. You know, like even okay, so even when Jeff Soldier Hard, he hit me up one time. I was like, hey man, how'd you do the coffee? And I was like, dude, I gotta connect. Let me hook you up. And he's like, you're gonna tell me? I said, yeah, I'm gonna tell you. you know what I mean? Of course I'm gonna tell you, because if I keep it a secret, it's not gonna benefit anybody. Yeah. So I linked him up with my man Tree. And I think they got a coffee blend going on now.
Yeah, they did. I bought one. I bought the blend.
Yeah, Tree, man, Tree's doing a lot of things, man. I keep going back to him because it's honored to be in his presence, man. You know,
he's a gravitational pull to him.
He how do you say? He's not older. He's more experienced.
Yeah. You know, man, I met Soldier Hard for the first time at the Birdwell Foundation's Hometown Hero event.
Yeah.
Right. And he spoke highly of you too, just saying the same thing. Like, you know, it's one thing to meet the person, but to hear their stories from somebody else, it just means more for me. And to hear him say, you know, like, yeah, man, he told me everything that he was doing. It's like, man, I'm not trying to keep secrets, you know, I'm trying to pull people up with me.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Trying to close that gap.
It's one of the biggest. There's a meme that I always see, man. It's a guy, he's reaching back, he's on top of the hill, and he's reaching back to pull somebody else up. And that's the way I've always pictured myself, man. I never want to, like, I'm never going to try to kick you down. I'm never going to, that's not me. Maybe, you know, I'm a good dude, regardless of what people think.
I don't think you guys think that. I don't think that.
Yeah, regardless.
Regardless. I just learned the word. Yeah. That's funny, man. So what advice would you have for someone trying to start their own podcast, to say their own podcast?
Man, have good content.
Yeah.
Good content and man, find your niche, man. Regardless of find a niche in what your conversation is going to be about. If it's about military topics, then make it about military topics. It's about baking cookies, you know, bake the best damn cookies, man. But have your content and be engaging into the community. You have to be out there, man. You have to shake hands. You have to kiss babies. You know, you have to make people want to listen to your podcast.
Yeah.
You have to be out there. You have to promote yourself, because now you're a podcast. You're a business owner. You know what I mean? And my biggest name is a father, man. You know what I mean?
That's what's up.
Yeah.
I love that, man.
Yeah. That's what's up too. That's somebody's watching on
YouTube.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, man.
Good stuff.
See what I mean about the camera?
Yeah.
Trying to tell this guy.
It's all about the Houston veteran community. I'm going to tell you, man, if y'all don't know about the Houston veteran community, and when I say Houston, I mean Texas. The state of Texas loves their veterans, and I'm so happy that I'm here in this state, man. I'm so happy because they do so much for us, as the state.
Yeah.
And then we got a lot of congressmen now that are going into who are veterans.
Yep.
Who are going
who
up.
are running.
Yeah.
I know a few of them.
Yeah, and there's a few right now that are in,
Yeah.
And
it's coming up, man. The veteran community's coming up, It's like
I'm excited.
It's amazing to think. I think they said like 1% serves, and it's like, man, but everyone we talk to is a veteran.
Yeah.
we pull each other in,
They ain't staying quiet no more either, man. In any part of the veteran community, when it comes to laws and when it comes to anything, I mean, the veteran community is out there and they're speaking, man. And I'm excited to see what's happening.
That's
what
what's
the
up.
future holds.
So I just asked, if you're looking to start a podcast, one takeaway was to make sure to find your niche. And you hear that a lot, I mean, I'm on TikTok and you can be on Facebook or Twitter or wherever it may be, find a subject and stick to that subject.
Stick to it.
There's so many different questions you can ask about it. And you've done that really, even when we had the call-ins, I mean, that was a kind of a cool thing, just to have people call in, but it was all veteran subjects and things we talk about. And that's what I love about being a veteran and the veteran community is we have so much experience. We can relate to a lot of different topics,
man, a lot.
And so for me, that's why I love talking about leadership.
Yeah.
Because it covers everything. It's life for me, but
you speak it, man. You speak it and you speak it well.
Well, I appreciate that. Any advice for that veteran that's getting ready, or that transitioning veteran service member?
Yeah, man. Reach out for help. It's okay. If you need help, reach out for it, man. That's what I want to tell you. If you feel like you're alone and you're struggling with something, man, reach out. It's all right. Well, there's plenty of us who have been there and who have done it, and who know the ropes. And we're always there to help one another. And it's a big change, man, coming out of the military and going into civilian world. It's a big change, and not all of us adjust to it the same way.
Yeah,
a lot of us adjust to it differently, and I struggled with it, man. I struggled with it, and I think that's when I began. I mean, I began drinking even more, and because I had so much going on, and we covered in the military. I think I covered a lot of it with alcohol. Yeah. From the pain in my body to the pain in my mind to the pain, it's not normal, regardless of what we were taught.
Yeah. And I'm also a financial coach, and so I kind of get into that when we talk about credit. And it's like, dude, it's advertised everywhere. You'll always see alcohol commercials, and you'll always see somebody asking you to use your credit card more.
Yeah.
And we're fed it so much. So if you are transitioning, you're more than welcome to reach out to either one of us on the page, anywhere you follow us. Like, if we can't help you, we'll connect you to somebody who can, because it's our passion too. It's we want to pull people up as well. We've been through it. We're not completely successful, yes, but I can tell you right now, I am a success. I'm very happy with where I'm at. I retired in 2018.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine this growth. I had no idea. And there's a lot of services out there. I almost wish there was like a mentor program, to match you up with a veteran before you get out. But it's so difficult because there's such a, the small group of people that are in the military. Let's say you're at, I retired from Fort Bragg. It's hard to find somebody in Houston that had just went through that.
I think it's gonna be a lot easier than we think it would be.
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe something we've started brainstorming. What you guys think? Hit us up. Let us know what you think about that, because there's definitely a need.
Yeah,
there's a need.
I like that idea, man. We might run that. We might run with that. Yeah.
Yeah. So let me ask, what we talked about spiting. Talk about. See, I can't even read my own handwriting.
He says, veterans speak of what interests us. That's right, man. I definitely feel that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I think that's right on topic, because there's so many things that you can ask a veteran, because one thing I am curious about is, what did you do in the military?
Man, I was actually a 92 Fox, man, petroleum supply specialist, man. But every time I went to Iraq, I was with the convoy security detachment. So we did a route clearance.
Yeah. Yeah.
for our convoys. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, it was during Vietnam where they changed that every person that comes to is a rifleman.
That's what we did, man. Me and we were on the gunner for the mine roller. Me and a couple of buddies, bro. We got to sweep the roads for the IEDs.
Yeah.
It's a good time.
So how many deployments?
This is 2.
Dang.
Yeah.
Both to Iraq or Afghanistan?
Iraq. No, I never went to Afghanistan.
Man, see,
I never went to Afghanistan.
I'm the same boat, bro. I never went to Afghanistan.
Yeah.
My unit was gearing up to deploy when I was with the 82nd, and that's when I got my injury.
I could have when I left the 3rd Infantry Division, man, and they were already heading back, man. And then I went to
Yeah, you went 3rd ID? What year?
Yeah, I was there my first years. 5, 6, 7.
What?
Yeah.
Bro, I was there too.
What?
We never even talk about
Get
that.
out of here. You serious?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I
1st Brigade?
No, I was 4th Brigade.
Oh, okay.
I was 4th Brigade.
Yeah.
That's funny.
We were probably deployed around the same time.
No shit.
Yeah, I was there. That's crazy.
You never asked that question.
We never talked about this, dude. Yeah, I was there, and after that, I came back. We got hit with the 15-month.
Oh yeah.
And then when I was
my first one,
when I was downrange, man, I deployed. I re-enlisted to get out of there. So I went to Fort Carson, and I spent a few years in Fort Carson. I got to. That's a beautiful place. If you haven't been there,
I haven't been there.
And after that, I was in Fort Carson. They said, "Hey, you're a Texas boy, right?" I said, "Yeah, you want to go back to Texas?" "I do want to go back to Texas." "All right, you're on orders." I said, "Cool." I'm thinking Fort Hood. Man, they sent me to Fort Bliss, bro. Man. This ain't Texas. This is Mexico. Yeah, so I got to do a few years of Fort Bliss, and then
how long were you there?
Oh God, probably 2 or 3 years too.
Dang.
Yeah, and then I got to finish I retired out of Fort Hood.
Damn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you got sent to Fort Hood to like finish your medical treatment?
Well, no, I got stationed at Fort Hood, and then I was there for about a year and some change, maybe a little more, and then I started med boarding.
Dang.
And, my back and everything was just beginning too much. I couldn't run the way I used to.
Yeah.
All these young whippersnappers were doing circles around me.
Let's see, you said 10 years, so you're probably 30?
No, then I got out in 2015. Yeah, I got out in 2015, and I enlisted in 2005.
Damn, dude, that's when I enlisted.
Yeah.
Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, we never talk about this stuff.
Yeah, that's it, man.
Yeah. Old tree.
I took a swing. Oh, I took a swig of the bourbon. We'll talk about that one. That's what he says here. I was sick to my stomach.
Yeah, us too. I haven't had a drink of alcohol in 5 months.
Man, I'm on 1,000 and
oh yeah, you got the app counter.
Yeah. I got 1,034 days.
Dang.
Yeah.
No, man, that's awesome because I don't want to say I went sober because of you, but I've also like played with the idea for a while, and because it's affected a lot of folks around me.
Mm-hmm.
And the more I read about leadership and people who are successful, a lot of them have cut it out. I mean, I just saw something recently with Bradley Cooper, and that guy started drinking at 28. Matthew McConaughey.
I didn't know that about either one of them.
Yeah,
maybe we were at the same. So are we reading the same stuff too now?
Dude, I'm telling you, man, we're in sync.
Yeah, I didn't know that about Bradley Cooper. He had a big drinking problem, man, and he stopped drinking. And that's when he started hitting the success strides in his life.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I'm not here trying to push a sober living agenda, but if you're ever thinking about it, you're welcome to reach out to us.
And there's a community for that, man.
Yeah,
there
man.
is. It's not just what trying to make sobriety more of a
mainstream.
Yeah, I guess
mainstream.
So. More of a cool thing to do, man. Because as veterans, I mean, there's not.
Yeah, man, it's even worse with us. I mean, in my family culture, we've all drinkers and eat parties and all this stuff. In the military, it's even worse. It really is, can be worse than the college community, because you're going to drink and then you're going to wake up the next day with the same people.
Yeah.
You know, so you're working together and you're partying together and then you're doing the same crap together. And then eventually somebody gets caught up. I mean, at every place I was at least someone had a DUI.
Yeah.
All the time.
All the trouble I've ever gotten into in my life has been because of alcohol. All the trouble. Yeah. And damn, that's true. I never thought about it like that. Yeah.
We're coming to some realizations today.
Yeah, everything.
Dang, Trey, 17 years. Good job, brother. That's cool. That's probably why we hang out a lot too.
Yeah, it is.
That's why I like coffee so much too. It's just the way now.
Yep.
You know, and it is more popular. I'm not saying you don't have to give it up, but if you're ever looking, there is a community out there for you.
Yeah, definitely.
Who has been your biggest influence?
Man, my biggest influence when it comes to it depends, because
let's say business side.
In business side, I there's a lot of people I look up to in the business world, and a lot of local different businesses that I've reached out to, asked, their opinions.
Mm-hmm.
God, I couldn't list just one person. There's so many.
Okay, childhood.
My uncle Richard. He raised me as his own. He adopted me, my brother, after my mother had passed. Him and his wife. Now my mom and dad.
Mm.
We haven't always seen eye to eye, but as I've gotten older, I've realized that he was right. About everything.
Don't tell him I said that.
Yeah, about everything. Yeah, but my Uncle Richard, definitely, he's my man, dude. He's
that's cool, man.
He's definitely helped me out a lot, and he's someone I look up to a lot.
Yeah, you got any pearls of wisdom from Uncle Richard?
Man,
something he said that stuck out?
He said, if you can't do the time, don't do the crime. He was a cop.
There you go.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest things he told me, man, and I stuck to it. Yeah. He always tell me that you can't do the time, don't do the crime. Yeah, he's a good one, man. Yeah. And and I started my sobriety, and I done all that. I've Mr. Mercer, who's a big part. Yeah, was a big part of the veteran community in Brazoria County also, man. He's part of the Veteran Treatment Court.
Mm-hmm.
And he's helped me a lot. He's a good dude, man. He's got, there's a fly, I wasn't just hitting it. Yeah, he's got so much knowledge and wisdom in him, man. I speak to him a lot, and we talk about different things.
Yeah,
and he helps me. I'm not gonna say learn from right from wrong, but it kind of
puts in perspective.
Yeah, it puts things in perspective. He dummies it down for me.
And that's how I need it sometimes.
Yeah.
That's how I need it. Yeah. So since you've been a graduate of the Veterans Court, you went back and spoke at it, right?
I did. It's crazy because I graduated at one graduation, and I am the first that they had back at the next graduation.
I didn't know you were the first.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. So, I got to speak about my struggles and about my life and how the court system worked and how it's changed my life. I don't know where I'd be without those individuals in my life. It goes from the judge who gave me Veterans Court to our Veterans Court judge who actually help me with the process, man. It was at one point where I just wanted to be like, man, it's a lot. They're asking too much.
Yeah.
Just lock me up. And that's when I started the probation officer. Probation officer be like, look, let me tell you what lock me up means.
Yeah. I don't think you're ready for this.
Yeah. I was like, oh, that's what lock me up means. Yeah, never mind.
I'm gonna get right.
Yeah.
So that was good advice.
Yeah,
thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
What's the best compliment you've ever gotten? Probably you didn't ask. Go back and speak, huh?
Oh yeah, that definitely was one of the best ones. I've been asked to speak at a couple of different different times. I've been asked to speak at AA and A's, and that's a big thing for me too, man, because I remember being on the opposite side of that. And when I was speaking at the Brazoria County Court graduation, I remember being on the other side of that. And I remember thinking like, damn, this man has a lot of knowledge, has a lot of wisdom. And I was able to be that man. I don't know if I was able to share any wisdom or knowledge,
but I sure hope so.
Yeah, but they said it was inspiring, so I'll go with that. I'll say it was a good thing.
That is a pretty good compliment.
Yeah,
that's pretty good. What do you think's misunderstood about having your own podcast?
That we all make money.
That's true. That is true.
That everybody makes a podcast is rich. No, but there's millions and millions of podcasts out there, man.
Yeah.
You just have to find what works for you and find that audience that's gonna be there and listen to what you have to say. Because anybody can get anybody's attention for 10, 15 seconds.
Yeah.
It's
true. That's what TikTok is right now.
Yeah, but it's having them come back repeatedly, having them engage, having them speak, having them want to be on the show.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big thing for me too. I always like hearing that, man. People say, "Oh, we want to be part of the show," and I'm like, "Oh, that's awesome. That's amazing." Yeah. So that's another one, man. And you have to have the right sound. Get the right sound, because if you don't have the right sound, there's no sense in having a podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's next? What's next for Charlie Mike?
Man,
let's say what's next for Charlie Mike the podcast.
Next for the Charlie Mike podcast, man, we're gonna expand, bro. We're gonna expand. We're gonna start selling apparel. Charlie Mike, the podcast apparel, everything from shirts to mugs to hats to you name it. We're gonna put our name on it, and bringing you along. I'm glad that you're part of the show now, and
appreciate that, man.
And man, we have a lot. I have a lot in mind.
Yeah,
I do, man. We got big things coming up, and we have a lot of big things in the works.
Yeah, man. It's that's cool to hear. He doesn't tell me everything that's going on, so it's nice. I had to put him on the spot. No, I and to go along with that, I feel ready to do more. And I want to do more. So with that as well, I want to let you guys know, what more do you want to hear of? Do you want to hear more about the nonprofit sides? Because I have a lot of contacts there and we can definitely do that. Or would you rather go after a few more business owners, which we have that as well. We have a couple of that we're working on now. But if there's a guest that you guys have in mind that you want to bring on, or if there's someone that you want to hear from, let us know. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Again, you can reach us at support. And honestly, I got my own email too. I didn't put it up there though. It's William@Charlie Mike the podcast.
Yeah.
It's just for me. Whoop,
hey,
whoop.
Hey, Chris said Charlie Mike the condoms.
Sold in bowling alleys. Dude, man, those bowling alleys were legit.
Hey, I'm gonna look into it. No idea is a bad idea, baby.
Yeah. If I can get one sold, we're in business.
I'm gonna look into it. We're gonna have to give Chris credit on that one.
Yeah, I know. Get his kickback. Who's been your favorite guest so far? It's a year review.
Man, you know what? I'm gonna tell you the biggest and best guest I've had, and I actually got the chills having him on, was Vincent Rocco Vargas. Vincent Rocco, y'all may know him as Gilly from the Mayans. If you watch the Mayans, he was on the show, and he was able to share a lot of his story. He's sober now.
Yeah.
He actually was telling me that he has ownership in a liquor company that he doesn't advertise anymore.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't want people to feel that that's, a way of approach.
I'm gonna put that down when you get him back.
Yeah. So,
but he wasn't on Charlie Mike the podcast.
We did a Comingo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he was,
check it out.
He was he's did you see the show?
No, I started watching Mayans though. I just started watching Mayans.
So he sings too, bro.
Yeah, that's right. I did see that. I followed him on socials. I do.
He's got some good music too. I'm a fan. That was probably the biggest one that I've enjoyed so far. Also, man, I've had Soldier Hard. He was one of the first ones that I had on, so I was still kind of, learning the process. I had him on for about 20 minutes, 25 minutes. I like to have him back on also, man.
All right, put that down.
Who else, man? We still got to get Jay Deuce on here, man.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I like that dude.
Yeah,
he's
busy too. He stay busy.
He is. It's so much we got to get. So much we still got to do. I want to have there's a lot of people I want to reach out to. We still have some in the makings. Once a few of our veteran friends that are doing other things in other countries right now, come back into the States, they're going to be on the show.
Sweet.
And they're big namers.
Oh yeah,
they're big namers.
I better brush up.
Yeah.
Yeah. In case you can't tell, he's also the one that does most of the research for all of this. Right? He's got like really good questions lined up, like last week with Tana.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, man, go for it, man. You've got like the good questions coming out.
That's the thing.
And I'm like, yeah, I just gotta wing it.
I did the winging thing at the beginning.
Yeah.
And I did it. The more research you do, the more questions are more. I guess I'm not good with big words either. So.
Irrelevant.
Yeah.
Irreverent.
Yeah.
That's all of it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. All right. We'll have to have Bailey come out for show.
Yeah.
But just Bailey. You're gonna have to watch from the other side. I don't think I can fit you in the screen, Tree.
Yeah. Look, he said might bring Dad. I definitely want. Hey, Tree, you don't even have to drive out here. We can have you virtually. We can have you any way you want. Yeah, we'll come to you, bro.
Oh man, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
So as you heard, there's a lot of good things coming up. So stay tuned. We've got a lot planned for y'all. You got any feedback? Anything you want to ask the audience?
Man, there's a lot. You know what? We've been blessed with this. We have. I say we. It's not me anymore. It's we.
Yeah.
We have been blessed with so many amazing people we got to meet, and I'm grateful for all of you, for taking the time and listening, being on the show, for just your feedback in general. We've got to meet numerous authors. We got to meet.
Yeah, that was cool.
Motivational speakers. We got to meet. There's a lot of people doing big things in the community that we got to speak to, and I'm excited about what the future holds for us and where we're headed.
Yep.
We're barely starting. We're a year in right now, but we are barely starting to hit the ground and start running. We got a pretty good fan base. Following. Yeah. I don't know what's the less cocky way to say it.
Good follow. I like following. I like fan base though, because my head's like this.
Yeah, but following, we say following, it's like we're a cult. We're not a cult, so we don't got a following. Yeah. But we got people who like our.
Speaking of those people, I want to reach out to David Miller. Hey, you called in and you asked about guilt, and I spoke about it briefly, and I wanted to end the show on this. You talked about guilt, and I wanted to bring a definition for you, right? This is coming from Atlas of the Heart from Brene Brown. Guilt, like shame, is an emotion that we experience when we fall short of our own experiences or standards. However, with guilt, our focus is on having done something wrong and on doing something to set things right, like apologizing or changing the behavior. I mean, that spoke real deep to me. Guilt is an emotion that we experience when we fall short of our own expectations. So I can relate to that because I didn't get to go to Afghanistan with the guys that deployed, and I have guilt there, And David, I'm sure you feel very similar, where you happen just to get out right before everything kicked off, and then you got friends that were in that have passed, and I want you to know that it's okay. It's okay to not be okay.
Yeah.
Right. And that's exactly what it is. And that can also attribute to some of those addictions. So be mindful of it, name it, address it, and know that we feel the same way too sometimes.
Yeah,
You know?
definitely.
And we're here for you too, brother.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate that, Chris.
Definitely, Tree.
Yeah, man.
Like we said before, if y'all haven't, be sure to check out patriotknifeandcoffee.com and check out their brews. We got so many brews they got so many brews out. Man, pick your favorite.
That's right. All right, man. Wrap us up.
Hey, with that, you guys, we appreciate y'all tuning in today. And I know it was a little bit about just me.
He hates it, but I really enjoyed it.
But you guys continue to follow us, continue to share, continue to like, tell a friend, follow us on different platforms. We're on Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Pornhub.
Yeah.
Everything. Charlie Mike the condom coming soon.
That's right. Just for you, Tree. Yeah, we really appreciate and love you guys for tuning in, and until next time.
Till next time, we'll see you guys later. Yeah, Charlie Mike.